Ready to do this? Are you ready to show your people how big their Cane Corso puppy is gonna be? Come on, let's do this. Just wiggle your tail, let's do this. What up, dude? Can you? It's the what? You want to give me a hug, huh? Can I have a hug? Why are we doing this? This is like awkward. What are we doing? What are we doing right now? So Bruce and I are here to help you figure out how big your Cane Corso puppy is gonna be. And this is 100% fact. Right, dude? 100% fact. Just kidding, it's actually bro science. Or kind of Bruce science. Bruce science? Does that work? Does that work for you? Bruce science? Can we say Bruce science? I don't know why, but recently I've had this big influx of people asking me how big Bruce was at this age or that age. So I figure it'd be a fun video to kind of figure out how big your Cane Corso puppy may grow up to be. I was able to guess Bruce's weight after about 4 months. I'm gonna show you how I did that right after you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, ring my ding-a-ling so you don't miss any of the newest videos on Cane Corsos or Bruce Wayne. I was able to guess Bruce's adult weight based off his father's adult weight and his father's current weights at the same age when Bruce was a puppy. Now, I don't remember those exact stats anymore. I believe Bruce's father was around 140 pounds, and that's kind of how I figured it out. I told Kara, I'm like, this dude right here, this dude's gonna be about 150 to 155 pounds. And how big are you? Huh? How big are you, bro? Yep, you're 152 pounds. He's 3 years old, so he's fully grown. Now, Cane Corsos grow in height and length until about 18 months, give or take. He had a growth spurt at around 2 years, where I wasn't noticing it, but my wife noticed he was getting a little bit taller, and then his weight ended up going up a little bit. So around 18 months, though, your Cane Corso's done pretty much growing in height and length. And then 3 to even 4-ish years, I'd say around 3-ish years, they start filling out. They add on some muscle on their chest, their gigantic head. No, this head is not Photoshopped, guys. Everyone's like, oh, you're Photoshopping his head. No, his head is that big. This dude is this big. Bruce ain't Photoshopped, people. This is him. This is him in all his glory. Large and in charge. Actually, I'm in charge, and he just follows the lead. You do that to me all the time, why can't I do it back to you? So I'm gonna put up a chart because I was pretty diligent in tracking his weights for the first year. From 18 months old to adult maturity, they start growing really slow. They'll slowly develop more muscle, their head will get bigger. You know, you'll notice maybe their legs are getting thicker and more dense because of the muscle mass being added. It's weird because a Cane Corso grows really fast at first, and then it slows down and they just start developing so slow after that. So again, we're dealing with Bruce science here. This is just for fun, guys, maybe to give you a rough estimate on what you can expect from your puppy when he's full grown, how big he's gonna be. Now, there are calculators online, and when I've done them, they've been completely off now that he's full grown. I've had calculators tell me when he was a puppy he was gonna be 180 pounds. I'm glad. You could probably fit your head in my mouth. Wait, no, I said that backwards. I could probably fit my head in your mouth. So those online calculators always tend to be so off. I've had one tell me he was gonna be 180 pounds full grown. I've had one tell me he's gonna be 120 pounds full grown. And as I just said, he's 152 pounds full grown. So just as I have Bruce science, those calculators are bro science as well, and they're probably not that accurate. So on the screen, I got the weights of Bruce on my phone. So I'm always pulling up my phone. I don't mean to be rude to you guys and like looking down, but I can't remember this stuff. Come on, guys. I do remember when we got Bruce at 7.5 weeks old, he was 17.2 pounds. And the breeder told me he's gonna grow super fast at first. He's gonna be growing about 5 pounds a week for some time, which was true. He was gaining between 4 and 5 pounds a week for months. I'd go to work and Bruce would be one size. I'd come back from work and he would be noticeably different sized. Like he would be bigger, like where I could actually notice from morning to night. I'm like, dude, you got taller, you got longer. It was insane how fast these guys grow. So due to how fast they grow, that's one of the reasons why I wish I would have started him a raw diet from the moment I had him. On a raw diet, the dog typically tends to grow at a more normal, steady rate. They don't grow ultra fast like some kibbles can make them. And that's actually a good thing. You don't want your dog growing too fast because, especially giant breed dogs, it's so bad for their joints, for their growth plates because they're not fully developed yet. Just because your dog grows slow does not mean that they're not going to grow to their full potential. Feeding your dog more is most likely just going to make him fat. Please don't overfeed your dog. And if you're curious about raw, I have a course linked down in the description below that Will from Fenrir Canine Show and myself did put together. And if you guys use code Jason at checkout, you're going to save 10% off. It tells you how to transition your dog to raw, steps to take, foods to feed them, everything you want to know about feeding raw without making it overcomplicated like a lot of these Facebook forums and militant groups type do. Right, buddy? And you love your raw food. You've been housing that lately. So he's born March 1st, 2017. We picked him up April 22nd, 2017 at 17.2 pounds. April 28th, about a week later, he's 21.8 pounds. So he gained about, I was using God's calculator right there. God's calculator. He gained about 4.5 pounds that first week. Then, May 13th, he's already up to 30 pounds. A week later, he gained another 4.5 pounds. He was up to 34.6. So if you do the math here, it's around 4.5 to 5 pounds a week he's gaining. And then it starts dropping off a little bit to about 3.75 pounds. At around 3-ish, 4 months, he was gaining around 3 to 4 pounds a month. And that initial 5-pound weight gain a week isn't going to stay. It's going to slowly decrease. So at about 9 months old, he weighed 127 pounds. And then about 5 weeks later, he weighed 130 pounds. So at around 9 months, his growth really slowed down. So in those 5 weeks, he only gained 3 pounds. And this is where I stopped tracking as much because his weight was going up and down. He'd weigh 135 pounds at the vet one time, the next maybe 132, the next maybe 138, the next maybe back to 134. So his weight was going up and down because it's kind of just like you. How much are you eating? How much are you exercising? How hydrated are you? Your weight can fluctuate daily 4 to 5 pounds. So it's the same with him. It's not like I was weighing him on an empty stomach first thing in the morning every time. It was bringing him to the vet to get nails done or for a checkup or shots like that, and we'd weigh him. So depending on how much he's been eating, how consistent he's been eating, it's gonna change their weight. So I really wasn't tracking it too much, okay? From January 15th, 2018 to November 14th, 2018, he gained 15.6 pounds. So he went up to 145.6 pounds. And that is when he was about full grown in height and length. Like I briefly mentioned, I think around 6 months ago, he had a small growth spurt. But the majority of his height and length was done. So he weighed 145.6 pounds. And now you're talking another 18 plus months of still growing, filling out, adding muscle, adding this massive chest. Yeah. There he goes, showing you the massive chest. His head, if you look at on my Instagram, Jason Corey 411, if you go back and look at pictures of him when he's like in the 140s, his head is significantly smaller. His head was so much smaller. Now, this dude loves to chew. He doesn't chew on things in the house. He doesn't chew on things he's not supposed to. But, for example, he has a Jolly Ball. It's like this big. And he likes to fold it over and just sit there and just crunch it and crunch it. So I'm guessing that added the size of his head because he's working all those muscles, all those jaw muscles, and it kind of gives him that square head. That's just what I've heard. Again, possibly bro science. I don't know. This is just a video for fun off my experience. Right, dude? Yes, we all love you, and I know you're tired and want a nap. I haven't even played with him today. It's just raining here. It's raining and snowing. Yes, I'm not joking. It snowed every day last week, and it's April. It's almost May. It's insane. So not only are we stuck in our houses, I can't even go outside because it's either raining or just this wet, gross snow. And it's not like Christmas snow where you can go outside and make snowmen. It's like just snow that melts and like it leaves the ground all gross and then your dog gets all muddy. So if you just look at the chart I put up, you can find your puppy's weight in around the same age, and that's how you can kind of compare, okay? So like I said, for the first few months, they're going to gain about 5 pounds, and that's slowly going to diminish. So I just used some simple, like, okay, Bruce's dad was X amount of weight at 16 months old, and he was 140 pounds at his final weight, Bruce was this weight at 16 months old, and let's just kind of hypothesize how big Bruce is going to be. Like, I got pretty accurate, I must say. Like I said, 150 to 155, he's 152. At 16 weeks, so let's just do like a fake comparison here, guys, okay? So at 16 weeks old, he was around 60 pounds. So let's take another male puppy, Cane Corso, because he's a male, obviously. I don't need to show you his D&B. We'll say that puppy's 50 pounds, okay? That doesn't mean he's not going to be Bruce's size, but it's relatively safe to say he's probably going to be a little bit smaller than Bruce. Because if he's already 10 pounds smaller at 4 months old, he's probably going to be, I would guess, just off the top of my head, 135 to 145 pounds max. So about 50 pounds at 4 months. So at my estimate at 5 months, that Cane Corso puppy would be about 62 pounds. Bruce just turned his back on you. What do you feel about that, guys? So at 6 months, we're talking around 74 pounds, I would guess. 7 months, 86 pounds. 8 months, 90 pounds. 9 months, 94 pounds. Now we're really starting to slow down in growth to where it's going to about a pound a week. So if you're estimating about a pound a week at 18 months, you're looking at about 130 pounds, okay? Now from 18 months to full grown, Bruce gained around 8.5 pounds. So I would guess this imaginary Cane Corso male puppy would be around 135 to 145 pounds full grown. Again, this is just for fun. We're just like estimating here, guys. Just estimating. So put down below the age of your Cane Corso puppy and its current weight, or the previous weight with its age. And let's all just try to comment below and figure out our Cane Corso puppy sizes when it's full grown. Yes, dude, I know you're bored. You're bored AF. I hope you guys found this video fun. It was definitely not scientific. It was a bunch of Bruce science going on. Right, buddy? Right, buddy? We got Bruce science going on. But because I've been getting so many questions, I figured I could put up this chart. That way you can all see Bruce's weights at his different ages to compare just for fun. Remember, don't go overfeeding your dog because you want a larger dog. That's not the way to do it. The way to do it is just to find large parents. That's probably the way to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. We love you guys. Thank you for all the support. Bruce Wayne's just a little tired right now. Gloomy Sunday afternoon, as per usual here in Syracuse, New York. And Bruce and I will see you in the next one. Peace.